International trade isn't just about exchanging goods and services across borders. There is something invisible that travels with every shipment. Carbon emissions. Every time a product is made, energy is used and that energy leaves a carbon footprint. When goods cross borders, these emissions travel with them. Now, developed countries face a challenge. They depend heavily on imports, but they also want to reduce their carbon emissions. So how do they balance this? They are looking for ways to regulate the emissions that comes with the products they import. This is where the Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism or CBAM comes in. It's a tool designed to address the carbon emissions embedded in imported goods, helping countries meet their climate goals while keeping trade fair. Hi, I am Snehal Govardhan and today's explainer is on the CBAM certificate delay. What it means for global trade. In this video, we will discuss the impact of recent changes in CBAM. Will there be any significant impact? Stay tuned until the end for insights on this vital subject. What is CBAM? In simple terms, CBAM places a price or a fee on imported goods based on the greenhouse gas emissions produced during their manufacturing. Think of it as a carbon tax for products coming into the European Union or EU. The goal is to create a level playing field. Since EU companies already pay for their carbon emissions through the EU's carbon market called the EU Emissions Trading Scheme or EU ETS. CBAM ensures that imported goods face the same carbon cost. This way, EU producers aren't at a disadvantage compared to their foreign competitors. CBAM also tackles a problem called carbon leakage. This happens when the companies move their operations to countries with weaker environmental rules to avoid rising carbon costs at home. CBAM stops this by making sure emissions are priced fairly no matter where the product is made. The European Union introduced CBAM in 2023 as a part of its Fit for 55 in 2030 package, which aims to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by at least 55% by 2030 compared to 1990 levels. So, how does CBAM work? CBAM starts by covering key sectors like iron and steel, aluminium, cement, fertilizer, hydrogen and electricity. Over time, it will expand to include more industries. The CBAM process began in October 2023. Since then, EU importers have been required to report the emissions data for their imports every quarter. For now, they can use existing methods from the exporting country or third-party verified processes to measure and report these emissions. But starting in December 2024, importers are mandated to use EU-approved methods. These methods are based on measuring activity data or continuously checking greenhouse gas levels. Then, in 2026, importers will need to buy CBAM certificates to cover the emissions linked to their imports. These certificates represent 1 ton of carbon emissions and work similarly to the carbon credits used in the EU's carbon market, the EU ETS. So, how can it impact India? CBAM will have a significant impact on India, especially on its exports of metals like iron, steel and aluminium to the EU. These products will face extra scrutiny under the mechanism as they are among the first sectors covered by CBAM. The carbon intensity of Indian products is much higher than that of the EU and many other countries. This is because coal dominates India's energy consumption, accounting for around 73% of its power generation, far higher than the EU's 15% and the global average of 36%. Starting 1st January 2026, the EU will begin collecting a carbon tax on each consignment of steel, aluminium, cement, fertilizer, hydrogen and electricity. For India, this means higher carbon tariffs as the emissions from its iron, steel and aluminium industries are significantly high. Direct and indirect emissions from India's iron, steel and aluminium industries are a major concern. Higher emissions will translate to higher carbon tariffs, making Indian exports less competitive in the EU market. Let's talk about recent updates and developments on CBAM. Recently, the European Commission proposed significant adjustment to CBAM. One of the most notable changes is the 1-year delay in the purchasing timeline for CBAM certificates. Importers will no longer be required to purchase and deposit CBAM certificates quarterly in 2026 as originally planned. Instead, the first purchases have been postponed until 2027. However, the financial obligation remains unchanged, and importers must still surrender CBAM certificates in 2027 for emissions embedded in 2026 imports. While CBAM certificate purchases are deferred, financial risk is not. The obligation to account for embedded emissions began on 1st January 2026. CBAM is currently in a transitional phase where importers must report emissions embedded in relevant products. Starting in 2026, under its definitive phase, importers will be required to purchase CBAM certificates. With the new proposal, these certificates will now need to be purchased until 2027. CBAM is a bold step towards a greener future. By pricing carbon emissions in imported goods, it ensures fair competition, prevents carbon leakage, and helps the EU meet its climate goals. While the process may seem complex, its purpose is clear: to make global trade more sustainable and protect our planet for future generations.